What's up, guys? Welcome to my September guide, or Hello September. What I would like to cover today is a little bit about the pioneer history, as well as like colors and smells and hues and stuff, as well as recommendations, books, TV shows, and movies. So let's get into it. This is truly, in my opinion, the best month because it's the beginning of the BER season, September, October, November, December. I think this is the coziest, most whimsical, most comforting, most nostalgic time of the year. I feel as though it just gives me the best memories, specifically because it's back to school. New notebooks, new planners, fresh goals, fresh beginnings. Also back to work, of course, in our adulthood. But back to school was so nice, so bittersweet. If only we knew at the time to really salvage it and appreciate it and enjoy it. I've said this before, but I do feel as though it's almost a second new year. Also, I find a lot of my friends or entrepreneurs tend to relaunch businesses or kind of get back to the office, routines, habits, and all of that. Throughout September, there's a sort of quiet turning point where you're still in summer at the beginning of it, and just at one point or another, you realize that it's fall. It's like you've stepped out of summer and you're in a completely new setting. And I just find it's such a slow, gradual shift. This is a month where you will start noticing a lot of golden light. It's not as hot and bright. It's more subdued. It's more cozy. September is the perfect time for candles, slow walks, having your books on your nightstand, because this is when you're going to be wanting to cozy up with a blanket and a tea and just reading. The air hasn't yet fully let go of the warmth of summer, but you start to get those chilly, sporadic breezes. For the colors and the hues of this month, I find that this is when the colors truly shift from the brightness, greens and blues, to more muted. You'll also, of course, start seeing leaves fall, all the beautiful colors from golden, scarlet, orange, beige, and creamy hues. You should definitely incorporate a lot of scents in your home. You could cut up apples. You can make those really nice slow burning pots that just make your house smell so nice. My favorites would definitely be wood smoke, apples, pine, pumpkin. This month is very comforting, cozy, transitional, wistful, cozy. Okay, let's talk about the pioneer history for the month of September. This is really when everyone's out and about and working super hard as soon as they wake up to the end of the days. This is really ultimately time for prepping. This is harvest month. The fields would be alive with activity, wheat cut and bundled, corn stalks drying in the sun, apples gathered in baskets, pumpkins ripening in the patches, and families worked from sunrise to sunset during this period. Inside the home, September brought the rhythm of preserving. The kitchen smelled of boiling fruits, apple butter simmering, and vegetables being pickled. Wheat, corn, pumpkins, and apples are extremely abundant. Families, communities, everyone would pretty much be working together in order to get all the fields plowed, everything pickled, everything canned. They would be pretty much doing everything together, from waking, from working, from eating together. And it's a time really of busyness and harvesting. This was a month where the children would go back to school with their slates. Oh my goodness. When I think of this, I think of Anne with an E, the show, when they're walking through the woods. It's so nice. This was also a time where they would be picking the firewood, stacking it, and helping one another out. All right, let's get into the books, movies, and TV shows. My tastes are very cottage-core, foresty, woodsy, fairy tale, older fashion, nostalgia. So I'm not really into mainstream at the moment. So you're gonna hear a lot of nostalgic picks, and they will get you in the mood for sure for fall. So for my first two recommendations, it is actually a book and a movie. So the first recommendation is The Hobbit. Okay, so for me, The Hobbit has a bit of a special place in my heart. I love this book, and I remember in grade 6, we had to read it and make like a presentation and a project, and I just ate it up. I also I think I won like an award or something in elementary school for it. That's how much I loved it. I just remember every night I would come home and I wouldn't want to go to my activities. I would just want to cuddle up and reread this book. So The Hobbit really truly reminds me of back to school for sure. And the nostalgia. I recommend reading the book before watching the movie, but the movie truly also has the vibes. So let's get into The Hobbit. I find that this book is really great in September because it's a month full of new beginnings and journeys, and The Hobbit definitely captures that perfectly. The story begins in golden harvest times of the Shire, filled with so many cozy feasts and familiar comforts, but it quickly nudges you out the door into like a crisp, adventurous sort of night and, of course, journey. Reading or watching The Hobbit in September feels like you're standing on a porch with a packed bag, ready for a new beginning, ready for change. It's very comforting, it's whimsical, and it's the perfect book or movie to ease you into the month. Okay, I'm gonna actually just stop filming this right now and just gonna go make another tea and curl up and give this a read. Okay, bye. I'm joking, but I'm actually not. Okay, my second recommendation is a book as well as a movie, and it is none other than Harry Potter. So, Harry Potter, for so many reasons, is perfect for this time of the year, but specifically because it's back to school. I love Harry Potter so much. It's just such a book that takes you out of the present and lets you use your imagination. My recommendation is the first book, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. From the moment Harry boards the train to Hogwarts, we're swept into a back-to-school magic of candlelit halls, whispered mysteries, and friendships forged under beautiful autumn skies. It's such a dreamy environment. This is a book and movie that reminds us of September's promise that every ending of summer is also a new beginning for something new, something magical, filled with friendships, filled with adventures. It feels like putting on the first sweater of the season. And in this book, I remember Harry gets a really nice sweater from Ron's mom, and it's just so heartwarming. Okay, my third book recommendation is Heidi. I love this book because I find it's very fresh, it's very cozy, atmospheric, autumnal. It takes place in the mountains. Heidi moves in with her grandfather, and she just has to figure everything out. It's such a charming story. From the mountain air to the simplicity of bread, cheese, goat's milk, this book embodies the season of returning to routine and finding comfort in the simple things. September is a month of transition, just like Heidi's life right now. Leaving summer freedom behind and settling back into steadiness, her story reflects that beautifully. I find reading Heidi in September feels like breathing crisp mountain air. It's simple, it's steady, and it's refreshing. The kind of story that you almost yearn for a new season. Oh my God. Oh, my feet are asleep. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Okay, let's get into movies. So we've already done the first two movies. My third movie recommendation is from M. Night Shyamalan. I'm probably butchering his name. He's one of my favorite producers just because he's very like moody, very eerie. I don't know, it's really neat. So my movie recommendation for today is The Village. So this movie is very moody. Twilight lingers and the harvest shadows are very long. If you're watching this, it really screams September. The Village embodies beautiful golden fields and a lot of almost pioneer undertones, lots of soft suspense, and lots of haunting yet beautiful imagery. Watching it feels like walking through quiet cornfields at dusk with the air holding its breath as the season turns. Next, my movie choice would be Anne of Green Gables, the original. I know I always talk about Anne with an E, and I love that show so much, but the original Anne of Green Gables is just so beautiful, so charming, so romantic, whimsical, all of the things. So I recommend Anne of Green Gables, filled with school bells ringing, fresh slates, and red dirt roads of Avonlea. It's the season of beginnings that's wrapped up in kindness, imagination, friendships. Anne's arrival at Green Gables feels like the very start of September. It's a new chapter, a new rhythm, and the comfort of finding your place in the world. Watching this movie, I find, just triggers happiness, and it will put you in a beautiful mood. Definitely make you look forward to September. Okay, it's time to talk about TV shows, but I need to segue this with my 3 favorites that I'm going to just keep on continuous repeat every single month. So Anne of Green Gables, Little House on the Prairie, and Gilmore Girls. I've spoken about those in the last video. I will probably speak about this in every single episode, but these are 3 that are on repeat in my house. They're all very September, back to school, fall, all the vibes, all the imagery, scenery. So those are definitely 3 that I'm not going to talk too much more about, but I definitely recommend those 3. Gilmore Girls. Stars Hollow is the cozy town we all want to move into, especially when the air turns crisp. The chatter, the coffee cups, the lampposts, the glowing early evenings, it's all so beautiful. As for Little House, pioneer routines, back to school lessons, and small wooden classrooms, and the rhythms of simple living is just so timeless. Okay, so I have 2 more show recommendations. The first one is Pretty Little Liars. So this definitely takes me back. I recommend Pretty Little Liars because it's full of school vibes, adventure, friendships. It's beautiful, and the setting is just, again, all of the aesthetics for this month. It's full of back to school, small town secrets, and such suspense. Fits perfectly with the shortening days. It's a thrill that's like walking home at dusk. I know I use that word a lot, but leaves crunching under your feet, knowing someone's just mysteriously around the corner. It's almost getting you excited for like spooky October Halloween season. But Pretty Little Liars is, I would say, a nice show to rewatch. Also, the fashions were really nice, and there's a lot of coziness, scarves, hats, mitts. Finally, this show that I'm about to recommend, it's actually from a book series. I have not yet read the series, but I'm looking forward to it. It is Outlander. Outlander is a show full of transitions, and this show embodies that beautifully. It's sweeping landscapes, historical rhythms, sense of stepping into another life, metaphorically as well as literally in this show. It's romantic, adventurous, and moody. Watching Outlander in September feels like straddling 2 different worlds, summer fading and autumn arriving, and the sense that something bigger is about to begin. Okay guys, so that was my September guide, all of my recommendations. I hope you enjoyed it. I really love doing this series. It just makes me so excited for the month to come. So let me know how you guys like it, if you have any recommendations that I didn't mention. Otherwise, I will see you next month. Happy September.